Hi everyone, welcome back to I Dream of Indie. Ole Gamer Joe is here with you today for another review. We're looking at Radio Squid, just recently released on the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4 as of June 19th, 2020. This one comes from developer Pixel Teriyaki and was published by Radaleka Games. Radio Squid has you playing as a cursed squid character that has to travel through 24 different levels in order to try to break this curse. Radio Squid does feature a little bit of a rhythmic element with your bullets being blasted out based on the beat of the song that's playing. So you aren't exactly able to dictate the rate at which you fire. Honestly, I found this system a little more frustrating than fun. Certain rooms will allow you to scroll directly through them. You can go up and down or left and right at times depending on the room, and you'll want to do this in order to reach enemies that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. You can also strategically fire off bullets from one side of the screen so that they scroll through to the other side and hit that enemy. After successfully clearing out a room, you can pick up coins off of your fallen enemies, and these coins can be used during the intermission sections of the game in order to purchase power-ups. These power-ups are designed to give you a little bit of an advantage going into the next world, of which there are 6 of, and they include things like shields, which allow you to take a few hits before your health bar will begin to drain. Should you die, and you inevitably will, you'll also be able to buy your way back in by spending a random amount of these coins so that you can pick up right where you left off. Lastly, there's a bomb mechanic in Radio Squid, which allows you to set off a bomb and turn any enemy fire on screen as well as your own bullets into coins. Because of this coin system, you really don't have to fear death too much in Radio Squid, and it's not a particularly challenging game. Even though it can feel frustrating at times, the bosses will supply a little bit of challenge, but for the most part the enemies aren't too hard to deal with. But that doesn't mean that it didn't annoy me from time to time. I really don't like the fact that your bullets come back at you and try to hurt you. I'm not a fan of any kind of friendly fire in games, so this mechanic wasn't for me. Having played so many arcade-style shooters over the years, my natural reaction was to continually jam on the button to fire, but that's not the case as firing is automated and it's really aggravating. That said, I must admit it would feel satisfying from time to time when I would shoot a bullet across the screen, only for it to go to the other side of the screen and successfully connect with an enemy. Kinda cool. Overall, though, the gameplay of Radio Squid never really challenged me, but it did kinda get on my nerves and annoy me. It's also not a very long game. I wasn't very incentivized to return to it. It will maybe take you about an hour or so to complete the 24 different levels. And for you folks out there that enjoy collecting trophies, you'll have the Platinum Trophy within the first 30 minutes or so. All of that said, Radio Squid is not a terrible looking game. I did enjoy the monochrome pixel art graphics. Most of the levels do start to look the same, which is slightly disappointing, but at least the boss encounters were all unique from one another, and they're mostly well drawn. The rhythmic songs of Radio Squid are probably the best aspect of this game in my opinion anyways, though. It's a really great soundtrack using the chiptune style. Sound effects were mostly, as you would predict, pretty standard arcade fare, but not too bad. Radio Squid, as I've mentioned here, is not a difficult game, but it did get under my skin. I didn't like the core gameplay of this title. Being hit by your own bullets just feels annoying to me. I can, however, appreciate what they were going for here, a little bit of an added challenge in some of the ways that you can manipulate the screen and shoot bullets across the screen to hit other enemies is entertaining, I must admit. The game is only $4.99. Maybe a few of you out there will like this added challenge of your own bullets deflecting back at you and having to dodge out of the way of them. It just wasn't for me. We hope that you enjoyed our review of Radio Squid today. If you did, please do consider hitting the subscribe button below to help us bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming. If you would like to support us further, head on down to the description box below. There's a ton of ways to do so. However you end up supporting I Dream of Indie, we thank you very much.